Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video brought to you by RIB. Today we're back in Identity and we're checking out its development since its release within these last couple of weeks. So, first of all, I'm not saying this game's perfect by any stretch. Obviously there is a lot of bugs. I do own it myself, but from what I've played, I'm giving you my experience and what I think about it to date. So first things though, this game has been getting a lot of stick. There's massive YouTubers slagging it off, even some just for the bait, calling it a scam, etc., which doesn't look good to a viewer. Then obviously that it's the mob mentality. Then they will go and jump on the wagon. Oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. But yeah, they've been getting stick left, right, and centre. I haven't seen any good words said about the game at the minute. And like I say, from what I've seen, and from an RP background, from a roleplay background, I'm liking what I've seen. There's some features in this game that ARMA3 would never have, and GTA 5 doesn't have, and a lot of things it does equal GTA 5. I used to think of it as a scuffed GTA 5, but it's alright, it's coming on very well. Obviously, like I say, it's not perfect by a long stretch, but the functions and the features that are in it at the minute, for its first ever module, the first ever game, these guys had never done it before. They were just normal ARMA3 devs from Asylum, and then they've, 4 years in the making. It has been a long time, there has been delays. That's been a lot of controversy, but they got there in the end. So now it can only get better. And from what obviously you can see, all these posts, all these comments, everybody just flaming it. But as you can see from now, the developers, since the day of its release, they've been working hard to make the game better, fixing the bugs until they have thousands of people playing it. You know what it's like if you run servers yourself. People always find exploits, they always find bugs, but they're all getting addressed, they're all getting mended. We're already on, I think to date, we're already on the hotfix 4. So it is getting worked on daily, so you can only go kudos to that. And from my first day experience where the game was crashing a lot, it was a pain to join a server, my character was up in his head was in a fan, to now when I join, it's so much easier to join a server, as you'll see in a second. Well, on screen now, as you can see, there's a lot of dev, a lot of fixing, a lot of editing. So yeah, it wasn't the smoothest launch, but if you, like me, and if you remember the first ever ARMA3 life, back in the day, the first Lakeside server, those servers were just DDoS 24/7. That was a nightmare. I know it's a different kettle of fish, but still, they didn't anticipate, with £1.4 million raised and 113,000 members, their servers got absolutely annihilated. So, but I think they're getting there. But as you can see now, we'll talk about the character customization. Straight away, you've got to admit, it's better than ARMA3. You can't do this shit on ARMA3. All you can do is use a reskin for a face. So kudos to that one, because we are comparing it to a bit of ARMA3 and GTA 5, because they're the only decent role-playing games, and that's where I come from, so that's what I know. But yeah, in ARMA3, obviously you can buy beards and change your hair, so I give it that. But this is a bit more, a bit more real. Change your eye colours. You can't do that well, you can actually. But all these different options here, there's loads, from the structure of your nose to your jaw to the gap of your eyebrows to the colours of your eyes. There's a lot of editing you can do here. I don't think you can do this on a 5M server either. There's loads of characters you can go through, loads of player models, but I don't think you can actually customise the face structures, etc. of your character in GTA 5 or ARMA3. So same again, it's another win for Identity. So this is just when you're setting up your first ever profile. And as you'll see next, this is the profile that I've created, aka Devomay. Yes, mate. And this is how you join a server. It's that easy. You just click play. Hopefully in the future we are going to have the option to join an IP or even host our own servers. I'm not too sure at the minute. If anybody knows, let us know in the description below. So as you can see, just join the server, and that's how easy and simple it is. The next thing I've got to give this game credit for at the minute is this elevator system. I think it's pretty awesome. It's very immersive. Like it functions like a real elevator. Seriously, boys. So obviously you start in the lobby of the hotel. Or the apartment block. Everyone's got an apartment. I'm now sharing it with a few other guys. My room number's 410. Got to stop on level 4. I'm on level 4 now. It beeps. It tells you exactly what level you're going past. It works. I've never seen that. You're not going to have that in Arma 3. In Arma 3, the closer you got to an elevator, you'd stand on the floor and wait for it, and it would come down. You'd stand in it, and it would go through you and up. So here we are. You know what I mean? Telling me that doesn't resemble like a hotel or an apartment block. Got it bob on, if you ask me. Just the interaction with the doors feels good. It sounds good. The interaction with the lights. As you can see in this elevator, we went up to the penthouse to check out the apartments. And this is an apartment you can get. Yeah, you do have to be a big donator to own this. But wow. And everything you see is customizable as well, pretty much, guys. Bar the like the cupboard doors, but the views up here and the size of the actual apartment and you can buy so much furniture, but we'll go through that. But some absolute sick views up here. So many different rooms you can customize if you're into that sort of thing. Cupboard's not functioned yet. Nice big kitchen for entertaining. And we got a sub at the same time. Very good timing. So yeah, from this massive, this is the penthouse. And we're going to go down to my floor now, which is, we're up on level 7. And same again, you call for the elevator, and you can see it come down, or come up. It works. And see, you know what I mean? And somebody could be coming down, coming up, and they get off the elevator. It works just like a real life elevator. And I've never seen that in GTA 5. I've never seen that in Arma 3. It's the same again for the elevators. It gets a win from me. You beat Arma 3 in GTA 5 again. Oh, hey mate, how's it going? See what I mean, boys? And you can get off at his level, and the lift will just carry on. Epic. So on level 4 now, we're at my apartment. I wasn't here before, and we did a bit of decorating, as you can see. Oh, lovely, mate, lovely. But I'm going to show you, I think I'm going to show you how you actually decorate and use the decorating functions, which is, same again, something you can't do on Arma 3, and something I've never seen on GTA 5. But I know I'm pretty back in Identity in a minute. But like I said at the beginning, at no point am I saying this works perfect. There are still the bugs. There is still sometimes I try and join a server and it comes up fatal error, but it's been 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, you know, so I let it off. But when it works and you actually get on, and I know it's not the biggest town square, but it all works, and you can only imagine with a bigger map when they start expanding how good it's actually really going to be. And when you've got police, and yeah, I'm glad to be at the start of the growth of the community for Identity, to be honest. So yeah, even down to the light switches, on and off the lights, it's pretty sweet. And as you can see, when you look out these windows, you do see people. If there's people down there, it isn't like a picture, there is real scenery out there. It's absolutely freezing in this office. Right, here we go to some decorating. So you press your middle mouse button, you can just look at anything. Obviously, like I said, you can't do the cupboards, doors, but you can even do the ceiling, to your carpets, to your wooden floors. So you press your middle mouse button, point at whatever you want, and you left mouse click on whichever you select. So you can even customize some of them to whatever colors you want. And we pick a bit of oak flooring in the end. And this all saves. So if I logged off the server and come back, which I'll show you in a second, it'll all be there. All my changes will be there. There has been posted some errors, some issues with furniture not syncing or not saving, but like I said, it's early days. Give it a chance. It'll be working flawless at some point, no doubt. I have no doubt. And I know it's been 4 years, but the amount of effort and detail that's gone into the things that are working, can only give them props for that. But like I say, all these little features we've seen so far, you can't do in GTA 5, you can't do in Arma 3, so it's a win for Identity. But yeah, speed up with the decorating rib. Shouldn't be too long. I think that looks beautiful. Hippie, we're back in the 60s, boys. Yeah, man. I was just showing you that you can actually just edit one wall, and not all the walls if you wanted. You can even do the ceiling to the floor. Nice. And if I leave the server, which we're going to in a second, and come back on, As you can see, you got to quit. Well, at the minute, I found that quitting, once I've added something in my apartment and come back, it'll all be synced and it'll all be working. So we're going to be back in the hotel lobby. Let's go up to route level 4, get into our room, and see if everything's synced. All those new changes should have synchronized with the database. But like I say, even if there is some bugs with the saving at the minute as well, the economy hasn't even been set properly. It's just you can buy what you want, so people can't really get too salty about losing their stuff. So, and like I say, even if I lost all my stuff, it doesn't really matter. Give it a chance, you know. Like I say, 113,000 members on their website and £1.4 million raised. So there's a lot of people playing this game. They might be slagging it off, but in the background, I bet you they're playing it. At the minute, I've got to the point where, as long as I'm following everything that's going on, all the changes, jumping on every couple of days, seeing what's different, I'm sweet. But I can't really. It's not big enough to actually go around and actually play yet. And the chat is the one for me. The actual, as you can see anyway, the everything's sunk. All the changes I made to the room, all there. Happy days. But yeah, there's not enough to do at the minute. But I'll keep jumping on every couple of days, because there will be. When it's the chat that's the problem. The only gripe I've got it with at the minute is the VoIP, the voice over IP, the talking. You can't really. Some can hear me, some can't. I can hear some can't. But same again. It's early days. I give it a chance. But anyway, at the minute, I'm showing you the furniture, and like I say, there's down to the clothes, down to the furniture, down to everything you come to buy. They've added so much content, so many assets, which, same again, takes time. Can only give them kudos for it. You can't buy furniture. Well, you could buy furniture in ARMA3, but it'd be bloody crap, I tell you. And you're not going to have as much as that, and you can't place it in your bloody rooms like you can on here. So it's a win for identity. Another thing I'd like to add, when can we get some PvP? Even if you can go around and punch people or slap people, that would be make the square a whole lot more interesting at the minute. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe I should have edited these little bits out, but gives us a chance to have a chat. Okay, I've got my furniture now. Back to the room. Let's go and place some of this down and see if this syncs, which it will. Like I said, sometimes I have known it happen where it doesn't, but I just put that down to being it is an early access game. It's not a fully finished. It's not a fully finished game, you know. So yeah, hopefully it just gets better. But we'll do a review again in a couple of months and see the situation. As you can see, what you do is you go into your inventory, which is find the furniture, and then just go place into world. I think the setting is at the bottom, or just place. And it'll give you the option to, wherever you look, and you left click on your mouse, place your furniture. Happy days. And at the minute you seem to be able to hold all sorts. I'm not too sure if that's going to be the way for the future, but I've got sofas and all sorts in me back pocket. I'm a storage facility on 2 legs. They won't let me put the keyboard up on the desk, unfortunately. One day I'll be able to put the keyboard on the desk and it'll be the most magnificent day. Okay, speed it up, Reb, speed it up. Let's stay on track. I'm looking at the, obviously I'm doing a voiceover. I'm looking at the clip now, and there's only a little bit to go, boys, and we're on the next bit. Let's see what we're doing next. Oh, a nice 3-seater. This is a right lads pad from back in the 60s. Who's bringing the ganja out, man? Yeah, man. Anybody out there? Yeah, there's some people down there. You can see them down in the square. There they are, having a nice chinwag. Right, here we go. What was we doing now? I was coming back on to check if the furniture had synced since I rejoined. I think I'll come back later after putting a load more down. Let's have a look. And I show all this bit so you know I haven't just, you know, made it look like it made it look like it works when it actually didn't. So obviously you've just seen me join the server, so if the furniture's there, then it's saved. So I think the furniture was there, it must be there. Alright, there's Bob. Hey, old Bob. Been chatting to him about baseball, he knows his stuff, he does. Meet him down at the bar at 8 o'clock, down in the karaoke bar. Yeah, he's a great lad, he is. I do love this elevator system though. It's so it's immersive, man. This whole apartment block is. Right, as you can see, the furniture is there, boys. So yeah, everything syncs. I've left the server, I've rejoined the server, and my furniture is still there. I know people are having issues with it, but the furniture isn't there. But we can only put it down to early access, guys. You just got to give it a chance, haven't you? Where are we going now? Okay, now we're going to head downstairs, and this down here is a cool feature. I can only imagine when the servers are all fully functioning, working correctly, and everybody knows what they're doing, and all the VoIPs all working, and yeah, this is going to be pretty damn awesome. I've never seen it on a GTA 5 or a ARMA3 server. Well, you could do a scuffed version, but there's no version that's going to be as good as this room, which is the karaoke room. I've got to admit, I've had a few blasts on it myself. Better let it go. So here we are, we're in the karaoke room now, so imagine when this room's full. This will be something. Throw some parties. Like you see in the minute as well, this is the animations menu, which is pretty easy to assign to any key. You've got a lot of animations there, which are, there's some good ones. I'm pretty liking the bird, the flip off. It's got to be my favourite at the minute. I just can't wait till they bring in some PvP, some punching. There's going to be some fights going down in Asheville, I tell you boys. You can just about hear this guy. All the words are on the screen. You can put a tune to come on next on the machine in a second. I should go over there and select just give him a bit of a dab. You can just about hear this guy. I don't know who this is. This is just pure random over here singing on his own. But I'm just going to show you how this functions. So we go into this menu here and we can select one of these defined already in songs, so we've got a bit of Let It Go, so that's queued up for the next, and you can select this microphone here, which will amplify and boost your voice so everybody in the room can hear it. I don't actually have my mic on at the minute, so I didn't give it a singer. I was just showing you the functionality of it. He's waiting for a bit of Let It Go, and everybody hears this, obviously. Everyone can hear what song it is. And there's all the words on the screen. Pretty damn awesome, to say the least. Very good feature. And like I say, if this room is full with a load of decent RPers, the VoIP and everything was working correctly, this is going to be something. You'll never see anything like this in ARMA3 or GTA 5. There's no way. We've got a little barmaid over here selling all the alcoholic beverages. You can also sit at the tables. Hopefully more or less a lot of the, if not all, the furniture will be functional and you can sit down on it, but as you can see at these tables here, you can sit down. And I was led to believe you can actually eat this burger on the table, but I tried and it didn't let me do it. But yeah, nice sitting down animation. Same again when this, it really needs some decent, some hardcore RP players to actually use this properly, you know, if they're all sitting down at the tables or having thrown a little party in here and people are karaoke. Yeah, this is be some classic content for the live service, boys. Here's the barmaid, and she's got a lot to offer. Same again, it just goes into your inventory, high inventory, then you can consume it. There's no drug effects or alcoholic effects at the minute, but same again, there probably will be. Well, I'm 99% there will be. So now we head over in the corner of the square. We're out in the square now. We've come outside the apartment lobby, and there's a sign. Anybody can access this sign. They call it like a little hack. If you go to the side of the sign, and you can access it, and you can write what you want on there. You just said hello, Rib. One thing I'm not too keen about, because maybe they can change it on different servers, is the ID, the names above the head, the player tags. Because you know people that just can, how's it going, Rib? I've never met this guy before, but it depends on the level of RP, doesn't it? And it depends if we're going to be able to have our own RP servers, so you can only let decent guys on, you know. You can whitelist them servers. But anyway, now we're in the clothes shop. So that sign was pretty cool. I've never seen that on an ARMA server or on a GTA server where you can actually change a billboard sign like that. I know it's something small, but same again, it beats ARMA. So look how much clothes there is, boys, and what a nice clothes shop it is. Yes, GTA 5 could have something close to this, but this beats it in my books, and there's a lot of variety. That's just the shirts, and you can go around here to the shoes. Same again, there's loads. And people say 4 years, but just to model a pair of shoes probably takes bloody ages. And this is just the shoes. There's loads of shoes. There's loads of like jumpers, shirts, trousers, jeans, hats. It's got it all. Perfection takes time, boys. So yeah, nice clothing shop. When you come in, people are in here buying the gear, and you take it over to the checkout, and you actually purchase it off the employee of the store, the worker. But like I said, the economy at the minute isn't set, so everybody's just going around and just getting used to everything, buying what they can. There's the clerk, or whatever you want to call them, the cashier. So that was the clothing store. If I wanted to change my gear, actually, I think I bought a shirt. I did a nice Gucci Dragon red shirt. I think it was black and red. I was trying to work out. I was trying to work out how to put it on because I've already got a t-shirt on. But yeah, a couple of little attempts. I get it in the end. It's on, Rib. Just come out of the menu and it's on, mate. Equip. I had to come out of the menu to come back on it. Maybe that's just on the list of a change, but I've actually got it on. Although it wasn't changing in my inventory on that 3D screen then. It's probably on their list of little bugs to fix. Okay, now we head over to I think it was the cinema. We're going to go around in a circle, see what's working these days. And it's currently the 10th of December. I'll put a caption on the screen now to tell you when the actual game was released, but I think it was just not even a week. But you go over to this cashier over here and you buy some popcorn off him, and you can buy a cinema ticket, and you can't go through these double doors for the screens for the theatre unless you buy a ticket. But one cool thing about the popcorn, they've got a throw-in animation, so it's just a model for it, isn't it? So as long as they get something throw-in, they know they've got the configs to make any object throw, so it's good to see that in, and you can actually throw the popcorn, which is pretty good for RP. So that could be anything. They can add any asset, any object they wanted, but as you can see, yeah, you can throw that shizzle. So I'm sure we're going to see loads of stuff added at some point, but we're in the theatre now, boys, and you can't go through that door unless you've got a ticket. But we obviously bought a ticket, and here's all the chaps. These are actually real players just sitting in here, just chilling out, watching an old school film.
You can be the boss.
What is he looking at? Does he want some popcorn on his head? So you just throw some popcorn at him, you know. Just letting him know who's boss. This is my cinema.
You know, I won't open this door.
I do like that little touch. It's as good as we get to PvP at the minute, is throwing popcorn at each other.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just
I can't wait till he had a bit of a hand-to-hand combat, bit of fist action. I went round GTA 5 Los Santos and had about 36 fights before I could afford a weapon. In the STRP days, they were good days. That was rough. So yeah, obviously you can sit down in these seats in the cinema, sit down, watch a film. Obviously because of copyrights and all the legalities, etc., they can't just put Fast and Furious 9 on, you know, so hence why it's probably a crap film. I shouldn't say crap. An old school film, should I say. Let's just give him the bird and let's get out of here. Come on that, mate. Sit on that.
We'd all be a lot better
Sit a bit, mate.
All three of us were working together.
Hey.
Just gotta go before we go. Oh, we can't get on there, so we'll just stand right centre to everybody, get that animation and menu up, and let's do the flip off. Yeah, boys, sit on that.
You know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Okay, where are we gonna head now? This is the square. It's not the biggest square, and it's not the all these buildings you see on the corners as well. You can't get in them at the minute, but no doubt, yeah, you will be able to get in them at some point. And this spray paint is pretty cool. So they've added the option to be able to spray paint on this wall only at the minute. But I'm sure in the future you'll probably be able to spray pretty much anywhere. And if you get caught by the police, etc., that's going to be pretty cool. It's another aspect that same as that theatre then. The Arma 3 and GTA 5 just have not got. So there's another 2-0 there. There's definitely, well, there was the option of adding like a cinema sort of thing, but it's not on that kind of level. So Identity definitely gets the win for the cinema, and it definitely gets the win for the spray painting. Most definitely. Imagine all these are like, now that they've got that working on that one wall, they're going to be able to add, now they've got all those configs and they've got all the hard work done, they're going to be able to add like the spray painting or the throwing action to anything, to any wall or to any object, you know. So it's good, you know. There's going to be loads to come. This is the police station. You can't actually access anything at the minute. There's a bit of information that could be there when they want to post some information up because it's not released yet. But yeah, I look forward to the days there's actually police on here. That would be pretty cool. Well, I can't wait till they open the borders and actually just extend the map a touch. But like I say, I just want to be here at the beginning of the development, at the beginning of the community growing, learning everything day by day. So hopefully this time next year, it'll be pretty sweet. We hope. And there's a little dealer standing in the corner. It's just the same again. Nothing really. There's no economy and stuff. It's just to show you that it can function. Because if you're from Arma 3 live servers, you'll know about a dealer standing in the corner where you can go and buy something like joints or weed and coke, and where you sell your gear. So that's pretty much just exampling, you know. And now where are we heading? I think we're heading over to the bicycle shop. How's it going, guys? Everybody okay? Right, here we are in the bicycle shop. I like this modelled shop. It's pretty nice. Nice design. Some nice bikes, and can only look forward to when they start releasing the ability to ride a bike around the square. Is one step at a time, but yeah, that's another addition that's going to be cool. I look forward to it. Okay, next we're heading over to the art gallery, which there's a couple of features in here that aren't working fully at the minute that I'm aware of. And you see that bit of lag spike then, guys? That's the only thing that I've come across at the minute, is when you're entering one of these buildings, like the clothing store, like the cinema, like the art gallery, you will get a tiny bit of a lag spike. Well, I do. It might just be me. Do you? Just while it renders and everything in, you know, loads everything in. But as you can see from these canvases behind me, people can now, this wasn't working when it was first launched, but they've already fixed this. People can now bring the art here, what they draw, and sell it. Or I don't know if they sell it, they just place it in the gallery. So that's pretty cool. Which, I don't bring my art, I do work this out later in the video. I don't bring it to the gallery though, I hang it up in my apartment, so look forward to that. And this section up here was something that's not in yet, but apparently people are going to be able to like write their own little book, shall we say, and then this is where you can go to access people's books, which in hindsight, in the thought process into that is, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. If you go to a virtual library and there's loads of novels written by other people, or quotes of life or experiences, and it doesn't have to be me malicious, it can be something real, you know what I mean, something from the heart. But that's going to be cool to read other people's pieces. But same again, Arma 3 and GTA 5, that's got nothing in that. Yeah, it can't even compete in those categories. So that's another win for Identity. And here we are, we're back at the what's it called? Well, we're back at the front desk of the apartment, and we're going to be accessing an easel and a canvas. And we're going to take this because I've just noticed, obviously, that works. People are selling paintings in there. So I'll take my easel and my canvas up to the apartment and see if we can paint something ourselves, which we do, and it's a bloody masterpiece. If anybody wants to buy this painting off me, then contact me, links are down below. Okay, back in the best elevator I've ever been on. So I know you can in Rust, but that's a totally different game. But you can't paint on a canvas in Arma 3. You can't paint in a canvas in GTA 5.5M. You can't hang your picture on that you've painted on your wall in Arma 3 or 5M. So like I say, people have been giving this game a lot of hate, but there's a lot of things in this game, and this is only, you know what I mean, it's only been out a couple. I'll put the date on the screen now. It's not been out long, and yeah, there's still got a lot of stuff that Arma 3 and GTA 5 could only dream of. And as you can see, yeah, some of my older furniture has spawned in here as well. Like I say, it's not perfect at the minute. It's not perfect by a long stretch, but it works. And expect bugs. It's early access. It's only been out a couple of weeks. They're still fixing bugs, and like I've showed from the logs before, they're daily trying to fix bugs. So I didn't pay for any of this. This is, yeah, I mean, it's you know what I mean. It's a work in progress. So it is what it is. You can't get salty. But anyway, we've put our easel down, and here's our canvas. And as you can see, I've now got the RGB palette on my right. I can draw, which is pretty damn sweet. And little did I know, until I find out in a second, I can actually draw on this and put it on my wall. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. You can change the size of the end of the brush. Sub rib so say. And if you're new here on the video right now, guys, then that's exactly what you want to do. Sub and click that like button, nice. Anyway, after this video, we're going to have to sort my apartment out, because by God, I've ruined it. Look at the state of that wallpaper. Jeez. I'll never get a lady around here. CX, boys, CX. Okay, I'd never done this before, so I wasn't too sure what to do. So I come back to it. And then I used my middle mouse button to see if I could move it like I did the other furniture, which I could access it. So then we should move it to the wall. No, I was trying to see if it was in my inventory, or could I access it to my inventory, which I couldn't. I don't know how people are selling it to the art gallery, or putting it in the art gallery at the minute. I think they're just leaving it on the easel and then going down there maybe. I don't know how they actually pull it on themselves to take it to the art gallery. If you know, let me know in the description, that'd be sweet. So now I've just realised, yeah, you can put it on the wall. That's pretty cool. So I just leave it behind me, stick it on the wall. When people come in, sub to Ribsose, because that is a masterpiece. So we're coming to the end now, boys. So like I say, in hindsight, whatever the bloody word is, the conclusion to my story is, yeah, Identity is coming on very well. It doesn't deserve the stick it's getting. I think it's going in a great direction. There's loads of features that Arma 3 and GTA 5 just do not have. It's only early. It's early days, boys. Give it a chance. Like, subscribe.